Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Keenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on another team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of the quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Shaw. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. To the air. It's off. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
8, North Carolina, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So North Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 35, he's open. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to...
And into the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina. Lining up to add another.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
North Carolina, 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The play action fake. Looking left. Snags it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away from one. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it around.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
The give from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Quarterback moving. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's Shaw. Fires to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did, and David.
And he intercepts it. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
From the gun, the ground game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got his man on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running game.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Uncorks one. Makes a connection. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting.
And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
26, North Carolina, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Get it out on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, UNC.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 30. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
He could not get it in. They were going for 2 to try to push this out to a field goal lead, but they'll stay on top by just 1. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Offense getting set for first down. They'll go to the toss. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to power their way ahead. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that.
Ball's out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 2 to Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Shaw. It's complete on the right side. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Tuggle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run...
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's off. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Pitt now operating in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. Nifty little dance step. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to fourth and in.
Touchdown, Panthers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So the 16-play drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
North Carolina, 30.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab over the middle. At the 45, on his way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Where he's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his...
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return.
North Carolina.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. They'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. Oh, left him grabbing. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Off the play fake. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UNC. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Shaw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fires left. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. He's going to pass. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out.
And the Tar Heels
Sends it the other way.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying to move them on the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Off play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Back to throw, it's Shaw. Flushed out of the pocket. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Right down the middle. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
And the Tar Heels will try to run out the clock in this final minute. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Defense jumped too soon. They'll get him for the penalty, and now they don't have to try the field goal here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.